Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm here with the lore of Fate Grand Order Lostbelt Prologue. And yeah, this one won, right, by a lot again, right? So yeah, basically like 59% this, I think, and the others were like 13-17%. So yeah, this one definitely won by more votes. So yeah, I'll be looking at this today. I don't know. I gotta look at it. But I was just gonna do the same thing that I did with the last two lore videos. Like, yeah, the one that got the most voted, I did that. But the one that got second most voted, I did that as well, right? But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do that for this one, right? So yeah, I just have to look at it again to see which one was the second most voted. And if it seems like, yeah, something I want to look at, then yeah, I'll just do that, and then ask you guys again, what's the other lore videos you want me to look at. But yeah, here we go. So yeah, I guess basically, yeah, now I'm gonna learn a lot more about the Lostbelts, hopefully, right? And yeah, see, what was it, their origins and all that, I guess you could say. And a little bit of each one, right? So yeah, I think Otaku will probably just, yeah, go over all of them. So yeah, 1 through 7, right? And I just get to see like the main person of that Lostbelt, right? Yeah, I don't got much else to say, so I hope you guys will enjoy this. Make sure you like, subscribe, and yeah, let's get this reaction started.
Brand new whip, got no keys. Tell them I clothes, no starch, please. Soon as you can go leave. Got M's in the bank like yes, indeed. Cartier glasses, I won't even peek at you. Yellow Ferrari like Pikachu. I got him waiting and watching what he gon' do. Tryna pee what I do, tryna steal my move. 2500 for a new pair of tennis shoes, the same price.
Welcome back to Otaku Daikun. Dai here. Guys, it's finally here.
Okay, so yeah, here we go.
It's such a massive step forward for Fate Grand Order's story that it requires its own prologue. And even then, there's so much it doesn't tell you that I plan to.
Okay, so yeah, let's see.
The focus of these videos isn't just to recap the events of the story, but also to present them in a clear and concise fashion that lays all the facts out in an order to be better understood. Yes, this means spoilers. But please believe me when I say that enduring a few spoilers will make the Nosiverse way easier for you to comprehend.
Nah, I think I'm good with that. Pretty much already spoiled myself, I guess, right?
Rather than being left in the dark. With so much to cover, we have no time to waste. Let us begin. So yeah, the next major arc in Fate Grand Order is called Cosmos and the Lostbelt, in which the remnants of Chaldea fight to undo what is called the Human Order Revision Ritual, which basically means that all of humanity is in danger yet again.
Okay, yeah.
Why? Aliens, brah! More specifically, one alien in particular call the alien or foreign god.
Okay, still covered up that face, right?
We know very little about this god, except that she's classified as Beast 7, the beast that announces the end. During the Solomon Singularity, Gilgamesh mentioned that alongside the appearance of Getia, or Beast 1, the Beast of the End would also descend upon humanity. I'll admit I'm not sure what that means, but it seems to imply that this alien god has some connection to Getia. Apparently, this god came to Earth to investigate the suffering of her brethren, and made Earth her target.
Yeah, that's a god right there.
Seeing how small it is.
Yeah, compared to, yeah, I was about to say, compared to her eyes, that's
she
small.
Must do so on the proper stage. In other words, conditions have to be just right for her to descend, and to facilitate those conditions, she requires the help of a human. Specifically, she seeks the help of one mage, Kirstaria Wodim. He was an exceptional mage born into a 1,000-year-old lineage. In fact, he was a gifted prodigy with so much magical potential that his own father felt threatened and tried to kill him. Okay. Even after being injured, he still
that's something for your own parent to just, be threatened by you, right? Just to kill.
Astronomy facility, and his talents were recognized.
Literally to actually go out and kill you, right?
Chaldea was recruiting masters to protect the human order. Kirstaria joined as the leader of Team A, the most elite unit available.
Oh, okay. So
and 6 other masters.
Okay.
Team A was the group originally intended
to find out about this. Okay, yeah.
Among these mages were Ophelia Famersalone, a quiet woman wearing an eye patch to cover up her unique mystic eyes.
I thought her eye was gone.
To human contact.
But now she still had one.
Peperoncino, a flamboyant freelance mage. Beryl Gut, a murderer despised by the Clock Tower. David Sem Void, a mage recognized for his talent despite being expelled from the Clock Tower. And Caddox Zemlopus, an otherwise ordinary mage with a strong compatibility for ray shifting. Obviously, there's much more to these guys, but we'll be better off covering them individually in later videos. Even though these mages were a rather suspicious group, they made a surprisingly great team.
Oh, I can see it, yeah, Chaldea, okay.
Of course, that plan was ruined when, at the start of Fate Grand Order, Lev Liner sabotaged Chaldea with explosives. Recall that, at that moment, all of the
oh wait, hold up, this is new. I wasn't even thinking about it, but yeah, I've never seen this before.
And as such were injured in the explosion.
Yeah, these coffins.
In order to save them, the Masters were cryogenically frozen in their coffins, only to be thawed out alongside reinforcements from the outside world. Sadly, Team A had the worst of it, as they were on the verge of death inside their coffins. It was at this point that the alien god reached out to Kirstaria, offering him the chance to survive in exchange for helping her fully manifest on Earth. She explained to him Getia's plan, suggesting he could supplant humanity's doomed future with a different one. More specifically, she meant that Kirstaria could help her replace what we know is proper human history with that of a preserved Lostbelt. Now, I brought up this during Shimosa, but the universe keeps track of parallel worlds, timelines that deviate from one another to create new possibilities. Unfortunately, the universe lacks the ability to keep record of all possible realities, and so it prunes realities that it deems are unfit for proper human history. Most often, these are timelines that have fallen into stagnation, where humanity can no longer develop or improve. Said timelines are pruned, no longer able to exist, and these are called Lostbelts. The alien god is able to preserve various Lostbelts by tethering them to the world with fantasy trees, and she hopes to nurture a Lostbelt capable of replacing what the universe deems to be proper human history. Thus, through a vision, she asks Kirstaria to take control of and nurture a Lostbelt worthy of her arrival. Kirstaria accepts this proposal, and reviving him from the brink of death causes him intense agony. He is reborn into a crypter, an agent of the alien god entrusted with a Lostbelt, a world that the universe would otherwise prune, but is being kept bound to this world by the alien god. Despite being gifted another chance at life, he insists that the alien god also revive his 6 other comrades in Team A. He asserts that even if he's considered to be the best mage for the job,
there's some people I gotta find out from here, definitely. Yeah, I only know 2 people from here, so yeah, I need to know the other 5.
By letting 7 Lostbelts compete with each other, it's possible that one of the other Masters' Lostbelts will be even more ideal. Tragically, the cost of their revival would be paid through intense pain and agony, and she deems the other mages to be too far gone to pay that price. Determined, however, Kirstaria volunteers to suffer 6 more times, so that his allies can have their chance at life. With that, the alien god is a total of 7 cryptors, each being put in charge of their own Lostbelts. Completely under Chaldea's nose, the alien god resurrects the members of Team A, transporting them out of their coffins, while putting out a false signal that masks their absence. They all head to their respective Lostbelts, caring for their fantasy trees in a competition to see which Lostbelt can expand the furthest.
Okay, can expand the furthest, okay.
But they retain a special ability they'd gained at Chaldea. It is the Serious Light, a unique command spell meant for Team A, capable of altering the world around them. These Serious Lights grant the cryptors authority over their Lostbelts, but even with them on board, the alien god seeks further help, a team capable of observing the cryptors and reporting back to her. To fill this role, the alien god summons 3 alter ego servants. We've already met the first. It's Ashiadoman, the crazy bastard.
Yeah, I already know about him. Yeah.
Thankfully, there's not anything new to say about him.
Ashiadoman.
Same goes for Senji Muramasa.
Okay, yeah, definitely know about him.
He is summoned to serve the alien god and ensure her arrival. We won't see him for a while, though.
Oh, okay.
Instead, the more immediate alter ego she summons is Rasputin, the holy man blamed for the fall of the Romanov
Rasputin, he said.
Russia. That lore will be more relevant in the next video, but for now, it's important to realize that he's been summoned into the body of Kirei Kotomine.
Okay, well, oh yeah, so, yo, wait, let me pause here real quick. So, yeah, because I'm like, yeah, I was looking at this too, right? I didn't know if it was Kirei or not, and yeah, that's why I waited until Fate Stay Night to finally see, like, yeah, is it him or not? Because, yeah, I know it's kind of like a different version. It's, yeah, definitely better animated and all, right? So, yeah, I didn't know for sure, but... yeah, he just said it right here. He's in the body of Kirei, right?
But in FGO, his body was thought
so yeah, now I know,
in
right?
2004. Nonetheless, it serves as Rasputin's vessel, allowing him to masquerade as an ambassador of the church. While not officially one of her apostles, the alien god has made an agreement with a fourth alter ego servant, Tamamo, also known as Koyanskaya. To understand her, we need to go back to Tamamo no Mae. In fate, Tamamo is a soul derived from the Okami Amaterasu, and as such, she bears a resemblance to the nine-tailed fox spirit. While the Tamamo we usually see only has one tail, it's assumed
I don't think I've seen that before.
Other tails as a means of power,
or at least those forms of her, right? I think I've actually seen her,
she
but
does this to save Hakuno from
not them up there.
Either way, when she casts off her other tails, they wind up manifesting as individual servants. The same is true even in Fate Grand Order. Tamamo, along with her 8 tails, are referred to as the Tamamo 9. Well, Koyanskaya is one of these manifested tails. When she was cast off from Tamamo, she incarnated as Daji, whose story in many ways parallels Tamamo's own. Both women were concubines to royalty, and both were feared as malevolent fox spirits. Daji in particular, however, is often blamed for the downfall of the Shang dynasty. She was the concubine of King Zhou, whose infatuation with her grew so strong that he neglected his role as emperor to cater to her every beck and call. He would frivolously spend the state's wealth on fulfilling her lavish desires, and he maliciously executed those who dared question his behavior. Daji's fondness for killing and torture led many to believe she had bewitched the emperor, basking in sin while the dynasty met its end through poor governance. To confirm this suspicion, Koyanskaya, as a servant, actually wishes to become one of the 7 beasts of humanity. To that end, she works for the alien god as an independent agent. Last among the alien god's entourage is an unnamed apparition, referred to as the priestess of the alien god. Her role in this entire ordeal is unclear. She simply appears throughout the Lostbelts to add to the mystery.
I've technically seen her before, but
the community seems to suggest
right here, that's what I was talking about. Technically seen her, but I didn't know nothing about her though.
The alien god who intends to manifest on and conquer Earth.
To
set the stage for her arrival, she resurrects Kirstaria and the other members of Team A, making them cryptors tasked with nurturing various Lostbelts that compete for dominance. In addition, she recruits 4 alter ego servants who work to ensure her plan succeeds. All of this is going on behind Caldea's back. They don't even realize that Team A's coffins are empty.
They don't even know.
Of course, it doesn't help that Caldea is in the process of being shut down and investigated by the Mages Association. It's quite sad, really. We, playing as Ritsuka Fujimaru, saved the friggin' world from incineration. But the manner in which we did so
Christmas,
Sure,
see him?
has its records, but without other
got a bunch of snow on there too.
The association remains skeptical that Caldea wasn't just abusing its technology, or at worst, somehow responsible for the incineration. Yeah, it's bullshit. Salem was to be our final ray shift, and so Caldea is pressured by the association to shut down, pending an official investigation. Part of this meant releasing
wait, let me see zoom out. Yeah, I haven't seen anyone from here. Yeah, they actually looking kind of nice too. Yeah, I see the guy on the right. And then someone back there with like blue and purple on with that red bow tie, I guess. Yeah, bow tie. Yeah, they're looking nice.
Da Vinci and Sherlock Holmes have no intention of complying. After all, there's no guarantee the world won't need Caldea again. And their guess is right, considering everything I've just been talking about with this alien god. While it was impossible for them to know it was coming, Da Vinci and Sherlock did set up some emergency precautions. To start, instead of dismissing the servants altogether, Da Vinci preserved their saintgraphs and records in a portable suitcase of sorts. It would require a ton of energy to re-summon the servants, of course, but at least they weren't lost. Naturally, Da Vinci hid the fact that Sherlock's still around, just in case they need to take any enemies by surprise. Essentially, while we were off fighting those remaining god pillars during Epic of Remnant, Da Vinci and Sherlock were hard at work preparing for the worst from Caldea's investigation. As it turns out, the association isn't even their truest enemy. The alien god recognizes Caldea as a threat and sets in motion a plan to destroy them. With Caldea in such a vulnerable state, now's her best chance to strike. The Mages Association planned to split authority of Caldea between the various departments, but before that could happen, it was purchased by a single mage, Gordolf Muzik. Now, if you've ever watched Fate Apocrypha, you'll recognize Gordolf's dad, Gord, an arrogant.
Oh, that's his dad. Okay. Because I'm like, yeah, he is looking a little different there.
Nearly as skilled as the Einsburns, Gord was capable of creating various homunculi. Thankfully, since this isn't the same timeline as Apocrypha, his homunculi
hold on, what's going on up in there?
As disposable soldiers and mana batteries. Aside from Sieg,
oh,
Gord's most iconic homunculus was a girl named Tool.
Yeah, her name is Tool.
The Tool on FGO's timeline was put in charge of tutoring Gord's son, Gordolf. While still very pompous like his father, Gordolf was raised with more
there he
humility,
goes right
buried
there.
beneath his high and mighty demeanor. He's a competent mage,
just younger,
well, but clearly has some learning to do. He's often misunderstood. For instance, despite being only 28 years old, he looks much older, causing people to call him Old Man to his dismay. Also, despite his portly appearance, he's actually a skilled driver, hoping to one day visit Japan's Suzuka circuit. Gordolf's definitely an asshole, but he grows up, becoming a lovable asshole. What he lacks in posterity, he makes up for in wealth, which is why he is chosen as a pawn in the alien god's scheme. To manipulate him, Koyanskaya enters his employment as an assistant, which works like a charm considering he's got the hots for her. I don't blame him either.
Yeah.
That said,
I mean, like, yeah, who would blame anybody for that, right? Like, come on
because
now.
Of this, it was actually Koyanskaya who encouraged him to buy Chaldea in the first place.
But for real though, I feel like he's always a pawn in something, right?
Of course, she wasn't doing this for Gordolf's sake.
Actually, especially in ooku too, right? Like, yo,
she accompanies Gordolf.
Didn't they use him for something? I guess, right?
As a representative of the church, Rasputin Kirei also tags along. Naive to it all, Gordolf plays right into their hands, foolishly having Da Vinci, Mashu, Ritsuka, and a small handful of remaining Chaldea employees detained for the inspection. This includes Jingle Abel Munier, the horny sap who helped Astolfo and Daon sneak into Agartha like a man of culture. He'll be with us for the long haul. While we're locked up and interrogated, Koyanskaya searches the facility for the suitcase Da Vinci used to store Chaldea's servants. Kirei, like the twat he is, taunts us in the jail cell, telling us all of our efforts thus far have been for naught. Obviously, he knows what's about to happen, but we don't. At the same time, Gordolf unfreezes 39 of the Frozen Masters and releases them before moving on to the members of Team A. He requests Da Vinci's aid, and the moment he opens the coffins, we find out they're empty. All hell breaks loose. As it turns out, the first Lostbelt we encounter is the Russian Lostbelt, ruled over by Ivan the Terrible.
The Russian? Oh yeah, him. Yeah, him. Okay.
The weakest of Team A.
Oh, the weakest.
Anastasia, the daughter of the Russian Empire's last Tsar, a girl who was tragically killed by firing squad. As a servant, she leads an assault on Chaldea, using her bond with the Spirit V to freeze entire sections of the facility in ice. She is accompanied by the Aprichniki, Ivan the Terrible's ruthless royal guards. Historically, they would ride upon horses strewn with the severed heads of dogs, as a sign of authority, vowing to strike down the Tsar's enemies like dogs. Here, they are the product of a noble phantasm created from Ivan the Terrible's dreams, swarming Chaldea in an army of undead soldiers. They occupy the facility, and eventually break into the cell holding Ritsuka and the others. Without a servant's power, we stand no chance against them. The closest defense we have is Mashu, but ever since she was saved by foe during the Solomon Singularity, she's been unable to fully access Galahad's powers. With the help of a command seal, she can be forced into servant form, but at a great cost to her body. Even then, she can only use a small fraction of her former strength. Nonetheless, we are left with no choice, and Mashu takes to the battlefield to protect us. She does her best to hold out, but when more Aprichniki show up, we're screwed. Thankfully, Sherlock shows up in time to shine some light and perform some baritsu. Chaldea has become a bloodbath, so Sherlock advises us to head to the hangar. Of course, we're not about to flee without our beloved Da Vinci, so Sherlock escorts the surviving staff, while Ritsuka and Mashu sneak past the command room from behind.
Oh,
Da Vinci's workshop,
I was about to say, yeah, she's back,
our servants.
Okay.
She didn't really need our help, but it's a good thing we went anyway, because on our way back, we hear a distress signal from Gordolf. His own private militia has been wiped out, and while he can fend off a few of the Aprichniki, he won't last much longer. We consider abandoning him, but as he cries for help, we're reminded of Olga as she was dragged to her death by Lev. Not wanting the same tragedy to repeat itself,
so
we
definitely haven't seen this.
Danger.
Oh,
we save his ass, and like an ungrateful
and
swine,
she just
he
gets
berates us.
burned up, I guess.
Whatever.
Okay.
He's alive, and that makes Mashu happy, so it makes me happy. At last, we sprint toward the hangar. Sherlock is standing by inside a storage container. With everyone inside, he intends to eject the container and escape by sliding down the snowy cliffside. We almost make it, but at the very last moment, that son of a bitch Key-Ray shows up and stabs Da Vinci right through the heart.
Oh!
I'll get you for that. Nobody hurts a waifu and gets away with it.
Nobody hurts a waifu.
Going down without a fight.
Yo!
She grabs Key-Ray's arm, pulls him in, and keeps him trapped while we retrieve the servant.
Wait, but is she?
This buys us enough time to get.
Wait, she's still good though, right?
Down the mountain. It looks like we're about to make a clean getaway until Koyanskaya goes all spec ops on our asses. With a friggin' sniper rifle, she shoots the container with enough force to make it explode. Things are looking grim, but Da Vinci and Sherlock failed to tell us that this humble shipping container is more than meets the eye.
For real?
Actually, escaping in is a vehicle they'd made called the Shadow Border. Thank goodness we have two of history's brightest minds on our side. The Shadow Border is a tank, kinda like the badass one the Marines use in Aliens. It was designed using abandoned tech from Chaldea and the Atlas organization, which Holmes learned about when viewing Tri-Hermes back in Camelot. While it lacks its own weapons, it is a defensive powerhouse. Da Vinci worked with Paracelsus and Nitocris to give the thing a multi-threaded barrier on par with barriers from the Age of Gods. In addition, it can also camouflage itself when needed. Of course, the best part of the Shadow Border is that it comes with its own Da Vinci-chan. No joke. Da Vinci, being a brilliant inventor, built a backup body for herself.
Okay.
She's effectively Key-Ray proof.
Okay, so yeah, she's still good.
Died. She reawakened in this newer, younger one.
Oh, so okay, that's why she. Okay, cause yeah, I knew she was looking a little different. Okay, so
navigator, controlling the vehicle
that's
from
why.
Its computer room, just like Melfina from Outlaw Star, except with more clothes. So yes, we escape, throwing off Koyanskaya
The
and
southern edge of the map
for Sherlock nor the border. However, it's come at a cost. While we're driving away through the Antarctic snow, Chaldea's core is completely frozen by Anastasia's magecraft. With this, the alien god makes her next move, covering the entire planet with a dome of branches and allowing the fantasy trees to take root. They begin to annihilate all of humanity while rewriting the planet's texture to become a world of light. Beyond the Shadow Border, the entire world is effectively wiped clean, leaving only the Lostbelts existing across the map,
that's
surrounded by
that's
barriers
from
generated by their trees. In time, the strongest Lostbelt will engulf the world, overriding history.
Oh, and yep, there goes the shadow. Okay, so yeah, definitely all comes together. Okay. Yep, because I remember seeing a lot of that, just didn't know where it was from, right, or what was going on. But yeah, now I can see.
The border's strong, but not that strong. With no other option, Sherlock recommends we make use of the Shadow Border's most important function, the zero sail, imaginary number dive. Now, we haven't spoken about imaginary number space much until now, but just like the world has a reverse side, there's also another reality that serves as a sort of endless sea of empty or void data. It gets more attention in Fate Extra, but FGO makes it clear this space exists outside of the moon cell. While it's not exactly safe, it is possible to travel between normal and void space, and the Shadow Border can do this to escape the Aprichniki.
Okay, yep, its own special
invented a device called the Paper Moon,
thing,
which can
right?
navigate void space. And with Sherlock's help, the border can use the Paper Moon to split matter into spiritrons and send it between realities. In some sense, it is a more dangerous form of ray shifting, and it's the only way for the border to breach past a Lostbelt protective vortex. With a sense of adventure, we initiate the zero sail with only an estimated 30% chance of success. It's either that or be killed by the Aprichniki. The prologue ends with the border entering void space, and in the next chapter it'll emerge in the middle of Russia's frozen hellscape. This Lostbelt, while providing Ritska's team a moment of reprieve, is anything but a picnic. Perhaps I should say it is an Aprichniki?
Okay.
If we have any hope of survival, we'll need to pull ourselves up from next to nothing, starting from square one. Our only hope of returning humanity to normal is through dismantling each of the Lostbelts, which means overcoming their dominant kings.
Yep, and there you go. Yep, Kane is.
Next up in the series,
we
begin the first Lostbelt, called Anastasia, Permafrost Empire.
Actually, you know what? I think I need to look at that too, right?
Look forward to it. Thanks for watching.
Oh, okay, and that's it. So yeah, pretty short. It wasn't too long, right? But yeah, just check. Okay, so yeah, nothing else too much there. So yeah, now I know. Yeah, definitely a lot of things, and saw some new people as well, right? That yeah, I've never seen before. But yeah, this is Fate that we're talking about, right? So yeah, it's pretty expansive. Yeah, it's gonna be yeah, just it's like right when I think I've have to remember so many names and have to remember all these characters and stuff. And basically what they do is like literally 10 more pop up out of nowhere, right? Um, but yeah, now I know about Da Vinci because I'm like, I can see like yeah, I can obviously see her, but I'm like, she looking a little different. Wait, let me see. Yeah, yeah, it's like she was looking a little different. I'm like, okay, unless that's like, yeah, because I'm like, okay, did they just draw her differently or something? But I'm like, no, she was literally, yeah, younger here, right? Um, so yeah, I didn't know, yeah, all of that happened. So yeah, of course, Kide, yeah, does his thing, right? And luckily, yeah, she was smart enough, right? She was able to have another body that she can go up inside and yeah, do that, right? Um, but yeah, other than that, yeah, that's pretty much about it. So yeah, I'm gonna actually be honest. I thought these seven right here were actually like the main people of the Lost Bells. Before I mean, yeah, they're still a main part of it, but like, well, no, I mean, they do. No, basically, yeah, they are trying to, yeah, well, expand their own Lost Belt, but basically, I was just saying, like, yeah, I thought they were like kind of like the main part of it, like doing certain things, right? But I guess you could say, well, no, because the one that I seen Pepe in, right, that was, what was it, Arjuna, right? Arjuna was like the main one, and some other people, right? Pepe, yeah, he was a main part of it as well, but I guess you could say not like earlier on, like kind of later on, right? Um, but yeah, I kind of thought like yeah, I mean I know they're the main people and all that, yeah, protect or yeah, not well, yeah, protecting them, right? Making sure they can expand their lost belt, but I'm talking about main protagonists and all that, right? Cause they even well, I don't know about Kirstaria, cause yeah, what I saw him on the Atlantis Lost Belt. So basically, yeah, I could see it was a main part of it, but like I was saying, it's like you got people like Orion and all that, right? Canis and all that. And yeah, Kirstaria was there too. Yeah, with the other was it twin servants, right? Um, but yeah, basically, yeah, that's pretty much about it though. So yeah, I could yeah, I basically got that explained to me because I'm like, yeah, I didn't want to say anything like yeah, is that Kide or whatever. Like yeah, I finally got it explained. And it's actually kind of like Muramasa here, right? Because if I'm right, this is Shido's body that he's in right here, right? Um, because yeah, he can't get summoned no other way, right? Like he has to go in from someone else's body. Um, and I don't know too much about that. Cause yeah, I still have to find out more about Shido myself as well. Um, but yeah, until I get to like probably Unlimited Blade Works or something like that, right? Or maybe what was it Heaven's Feel? I think he's in Heaven's Feel as well. So until I get the Unlimited Blade Works, and yeah, I'll probably be like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, just tell me whatever about Shido, right? Um, the other than that, yeah, that's pretty much about it. So yeah, that was the Lost Belt Prologue. So yeah, a lot of new things that I've seen. Especially these pair of eyes here, right? And this girl. Um, and then yeah, these Caldea coffins. So now I know that they're Group A. Um, I just see in here. I got to see a little bit more about. Was it? Wasn't she a god, right? Yeah, god or something. I got to see a little bit more about her. Um, yeah, because I remember seeing the hand reach out. Actually, and I don't even think I actually saw the full, like, yeah, I don't think I ever saw that. Or no, I think I did, but it probably got cut off like really quick. So I don't remember seeing like this full form of her, right? So yeah, this god right here is still a mystery, right? I mean, not really, but yeah, the face and all that, right? Still a mystery. Um, got to learn more about Gordolf, right? And I think that's I think that's about it. So yeah, I'm gonna just end it off right here. I was just trying to see if I miss anything, right? So yeah, okay, yeah. Now I know you have all the what was it fantasy trees, yeah, the shadow borders. So yeah, I know. I mean, no, I think I heard him talk about it before. Actually, no, in the Indian Lost Belt, I think I heard him talk about it. But yeah, basically it's like yeah, seeing stuff like this, I'm like, whoa, yeah, like what is this, right? So yeah, if I'm right, yeah, this is a fantasy tree right here, and then basically, whatever, yeah, was getting shot down. Yeah, those are like multiple other trees, right? Um, that the god was sending down, right? But yeah, that's pretty much about it. So yeah, I'm really gonna end it off here. Yeah, I just ended off. So yeah, hope you guys did enjoy. Yeah, I don't know yet if I'm gonna do the second most voted, right? It just depends on if it's something that either I want to look at or it's like, okay, yeah, I might as well just look at it, right? Um, but if not, then I'll just ask you guys again, like, yeah, what you want me to look at, and if that one gets the most voted, right? Then yeah, I'll obviously just do it. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to like, subscribe again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.